Hey guys, DIY Salvage Guy here, and today we're going to be doing some body work. Never done this before, and I was hoping to get someone out here to help me with it and try to teach me how to kind of do the ropes and everything, but you know, that's what YouTube's for. So wasn't able to get anyone out here in order to assist me with this. So right now, what we're going to do today is we're going to attempt to start with the bumper. And not just any part of the bumper, because I'm learning right now. I'm going to start with the bottom of the bumper, the part that actually faces the road. The one that I have is completely destroyed on the bottom. It's all scratched up. I mean, cars bottom out all the time. It's not that big of a deal, so that's the greatest spot for me to start right now. So I'm going to do that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start by sanding it down a little bit. I have some plastic body filler, flexible body filler I'm going to be using, and I'm just going to see how it works, you know. So little by little we're going to attempt this, and eventually we'll get to the other parts of the bumper and learn how to do all that stuff. We'll get to the hood eventually as well, but right now, just to learn, I'm going to start with the bottom. We're going to sand it down. Bought a nice dual action sander, and has a little vacuum. So in these trying times right now with COVID, we don't really have access to the mask, so I'm going to make use with what I have. So right now, just going to get into it and see how it goes. So this isn't going to be your typical DIY Salvage Guy type video, because it's going to be a series of bumper repair episodes. So what we're going to do is, this first episode is going to be focusing on one small portion of it. I want to make sure that I get the skills down so that I know what I have to do. Is the body filler good? I don't know how it's going to come out. So I'm starting here, I'm starting small. I want to be able to take breaks with it. I want to be able to come back the next day and make sure that I have a fresh mind with all this. So this is going to be a bit of a series, and so I hope you guys enjoy it. So if you guys are new here, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you hit the like button down below. Make sure you have your post notifications on as well. And thank you so much for being here. To all my returning viewers and subscribers, thank you guys for coming back and supporting me continually. So make sure you guys are following over on Instagram as well, because I do reveal content on there before it makes its way over to YouTube. So I want to give you guys a quick little overview of the bumper and what I'm talking about. So right here you can see these, there's definitely some scratches here. Nothing's really too deep. You have a couple down here that are pretty deep, but these all should sand out pretty easily, pretty nicely. So nice flexible bumper. And the rest of this is all pretty good as well. Pretty much the same thing on this side. Then on this side we have another little added caveat here. So we have a little hole. So what we're going to attempt to do is do some plastic weld, try to fill that in a little bit, and then we'll body fill it up and you know, make it nice. Problem that's going to be is that it's on a body line, so it's going to be a little more difficult to actually do. But down here we have another nice deep scratch, and another chunk is missing out of it over here. So, but overall this should be a fairly straightforward procedure. Sand it down and, you know, just make it nice again. So the rest of the bumper is pretty much all right. You know, you have some scratches here or there, but this whole thing's gonna be repainted, so these are all like minor blemishes and stuff that should sand out pretty easily when we go through the paint process. So you guys can see the rest of this right here. You have a little area down here where it's dented in a little bit, so we'll see if we can bring that out. And then, you know, just some minor scratches here or there, but nothing nothing too bad, nothing that we can't handle, so should be all right with that. So just another look at the little bump here, little stress creases, but this should be all right. We should be able to knock this stuff out. So the first thing we have to do is actually just clean it up a little bit. You guys see all the dirt that's been on the bumper, so we're just going to clean that up. We have some hot water, some car soap. Then we'll go over it with a little wax and grease remover and just make sure that everything is off there. That way when we sand, we're all good. So, got this Bauer sander from Harbor Freight. Has the vacuum pump in here, so hopefully it should alleviate a lot of the sanding that's going to be coming out. So I'm starting off with 180 grit, then we'll kind of just work our way from there, see how it goes, if we have to go up or down. I was told that with bumpers you need to start with a higher grit than you would with like metal. So on metal you probably start with like an 80 or something. So I'm going to start with the 180 and we'll see how it goes. Alright, so you guys saw me do the sanding and everything on here. I'll show you the other side in a second, but it looks to be pretty smooth. We still have the scratches in here, but from the research that I've been doing, this is where the actual body filler will come in, flexible body filler. So really nice over here. I'm pretty happy with this. It's all sanded down nice. You can see the contrast between the sanded part and the non-sanded part. I didn't touch this. So this is really nice over here. And then you can see the other side. This is, you still have all these deep scratches and everything. A little bit of warping and everything, so might have to heat this up a little bit and kind of reshape it slightly. But so it's coming along pretty good so far. I'm gonna attempt to put some body filler on here and see what we can do with this. But just showing you guys a little basically before and where we are now with the after. So step by step, guys, little by little. Alright guys, so we have the bumper all sanded down and everything. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to use this flexible putty for the side. So I've never done this before. I'm going to experiment. I'm going to put a little bit down. Thread that. You got to let it settle slightly, and then put a little strip of the hardener over the top of it. Mix it up. You don't want to aerate it, so you kind of just mix it a little bit, and then we're going to lay it on, and I guess we'll see how it goes. One thing I've noticed with body fillers is they usually change colors, but we are using a black, and this thing is not changing colors when it's mixed, so I'm just gonna do as well as I can with this and hope that it's good. So okay, so we got the putty down, and it seems dry to the touch. It's not really tacky or anything anymore. A little tiny bit tacky, but I think this should be good. So everything's in Spanish on the label. I don't know where I got it from, but I'm gonna hit it with a 240 grit, 220 grit sandpaper, and just see how it feathers out and see what we're looking like with this right now. We can always drop down a little bit more, but like I said, this is my first time doing this. So that's what the directions say, so I'm gonna try to do that now. Seems to be sanding out pretty nicely. Might have to do another layer of it, but overall it seems pretty good. Maybe we'll do another round of sanding on it real quick. See if we can sand it down a little bit more. Take a little spray of wax and grease remover and we'll see where we're at. Guys, this is coming out really nice. I might have to do another layer of this, but yeah, I mean, wow. I'm definitely impressed with the results so far, and I know that it's nowhere near complete and nowhere near professional, but this looks great right now. I'm gonna hit it with another layer of the putty. Just fill in these. Actually, maybe we'll try to sand these down a little bit more, see what we can do. Because there's some imperfections here. There's definitely some imperfections here. So we're gonna have to make this perfectly smooth. So that's going to do it for today's episode, guys. You saw me basically focusing on one small area of the bumper, but I learned so much from just doing that small area. We used the DA sander and we were able to get a lot of those scuff marks and scratches out. Then we took some flexible body filler and we went over that as well. I can't stress it enough. If you guys are using body filler, make sure it's the flexible one, because you have to make sure that you're using the right stuff on the right parts. If you guys are using regular bondo type stuff, it's not going to work, because it's not going to flex if something hits, and the bumper more or less just expands and contracts on its own for the heat, and you're going to basically just have more damage than what you started with. So make sure you guys like down below, make sure you have your post notifications on, make sure you guys are subscribed, and most importantly for me, make sure you guys are commenting. Let me know what you think of these videos, let me know how I'm doing, let me know what else you guys want to see. And as I said in the past, I'm going to reveal the new build at 1,000 subscribers, so please help me get there, guys. Make sure you guys are subscribed, and please keep coming back. Thank you guys so much for being here, and I hope that you guys will just pick up a wrench one day and try to become a DIY salvage guy yourself.